Dragon Dance or Debt Trap. The truth about China's investment in Africa. Across the savannas and skyscrapers, a new chapter unfolds. China's investment in Africa, a lifeline or a tightening grip? The answer lies somewhere between the gleaming reels and the whispers of discontent. From bustling markets to silent ghost towns, a dragon awakens across Africa. China's billions promise prosperity, but at what cost? Is this a partnership or a power play? Africa rising, or is Africa indebted? China's investment pumps through the continent's veins, but is it a blood transfusion or a debt trap? This is the story of a continent caught in the crosshairs of ambition. Neocolonialism in a new skin? China's cash for Africa's resources, a modern-day land grab, or a chance to leapfrog into the future? Brace yourself, the truth might sting. Development or domination? China's shadow stretches across Africa, promising gleaming towers and veiled strings. Can a continent rise on borrowed dreams, or will it forever dance to the dragon's tune? Is Africa China's playground, or a partner in progress? The answer echoes in the roar of factories and the murmurs of dissent. Prepare to witness the dance of dependence, where hope and exploitation waltzed hand in hand. Here are some intriguing statistics to highlight the scale of Chinese investment in Africa and its impact on different countries. Scale. China is Africa's largest trading partner. Bilateral trade surpassed $254 billion in 2021, a 35% increase from 2020. Source: World Trade Organization. China's foreign direct investment, FDI, in Africa reached $88 billion in 2020. This constitutes roughly 20% of China's total global FDI. Source: Rhodium Group. Chinese loans to African governments exceed $140 billion. This raises concerns about potential debt burdens and dependencies. Source: A-Data. Impact on specific countries. Angola. China is Angola's largest export market, accounting for over 40% of its crude oil exports. China also built $50 billion worth of infrastructure projects in Angola between 2000 and 2014. Source: World Bank. Ethiopia. China invested $4 billion in industrial parks in Ethiopia, creating an estimated 200,000 jobs. However, concerns about labor practices and environmental impact have been raised. Source: International Labor Organization. Kenya. China financed the iconic Mombasa-Nairobi standard gauge railway, boosting transportation efficiency but also incurring significant debt. Source: Kenyan Ministry of Finance. Additional statistics to consider. Chinese investment accounts for about 40% of infrastructure projects in Africa. Source: McKinsey Global Institute. Over 2 million Chinese citizens live and work in Africa. Source: Chinese Ministry of Commerce. Chinese investment has contributed to significant GDP growth in several African countries. Source: World Bank. Beyond the statistics lie the real lives touched by China's rising presence in Africa. We travel across the continent, not to charts and graphs, but to the faces, voices, and stories of those impacted, for better or worse. From bustling markets to quiet villages, China's investment echoes in diverse ways. Meet the farmer whose land birthed a gleaming highway, the young woman stitching dreams in a Chinese-built factory, and the fisherman grappling with changing tides. Aisha, once a subsistence farmer, now finds hope in the rumble of trains she used to watch from afar. China's railway brought her produce to distant markets, turning her field into a field of dreams. In bustling Addis Ababa, Daniel's nimble fingers dance across fabrics in a Chinese-built factory. This investment, he says, brought skills, confidence, and a future he could only imagine before. The river that nurtured generations in Sarah's village now runs dry, choked by dust from a Chinese mine upstream. Her psalm of lament blends with the whisper of worry. What future for our children in this parched land? Joseph, a fisherman, casts his net into waters clouded by industrial waste. China's factories brought jobs, he admits, but at a cost. The fish vanished, his livelihood threatened. Is China a savior or a shadow? Maria, a teacher, feels the tug-of-war. New schools built in China offer her students a brighter future, yet the lone burden worries her, a silent question lingering. At what price progress? Elder Mzi remembers the whispers of colonialism past. He sees echoes in China's presence, but also a chance for Africa to rewrite its own story, this time on its terms. Wisdom tempered with cautious optimism. Across the vast tapestry of Africa, a new rhythm emerges. Cranes pierce the sky, roads carve through savannas, and steel serpents wind through valleys. China's investment breathes life into infrastructure, transforming villages into hubs and cities into arteries of progress. Roads and highways, once impassable paths, become veins of commerce. Trucks laden with agricultural bounty race where donkeys once trudged. Markets bloom overnight where villages slumbered, connected by arteries of asphalt and ambition. Railways. Iron serpents slither across plains, defying distance and time. The rumble of progress echoes through canyons, bridging the gap between isolated communities and bustling metropolises. Villages dance to the rhythm of the rails, dreams boarding each departing carriage. Power grids. Darkness surrenders to a symphony of light. Flickering candles give way to incandescent bulbs, illuminating classrooms, factories, and homes. The hum of electrification fuels the industry and ignites imaginations, painting a future brighter than any oil lamp. Human impact. Beyond concrete and steel, stories unfold. Students strive toward knowledge in freshly lit schools. Farmers watch their crops reach faraway markets on gleaming roads. Dreams unfurl like the newly laid asphalt, paved with possibilities. A balancing act. Progress marches on, but not without choices. Can development and preservation coexist? Can steel and stone rise without scarring the earth? Africa faces a delicate dance, balancing ambition with the rhythm of its delicate ecosystems. A future in the making. The canvas of Africa is being repainted, stroke by stroke, with bricks of opportunity and mortar of ambition. Whether this becomes a masterpiece of progress or a cautionary tale remains to be seen. One thing is certain, Africa's story is being written, not just by its own hands, but also by the ink of foreign investment. Beyond the statistics lies the human pulse of China's investment. In factories bathed in fluorescent light, a generation of Africans finds its rhythm, not in fields, but in assembly lines and production floors. Across the continent, factories sprout like hopeful wildflowers, blooming with jobs and opportunities. We meet the youth weaving their futures, thread by thread, in the tapestry of China's investment. Individual stories. Michael, once a struggling farmer, now dances with robots. At 22, he navigates screens and dials, his calloused hands learning the language of precision. China's factory became his classroom, his future a product in the making. Aisha, a single mother, used to mend tears in nets. Now, she lives in a Chinese textile factory. Her needle weaves her daughter's school fees, her smile a testament to the skills and pride she found in these walls. Skills and development. Beyond wages, factories offer workshops of knowledge. Welding sparks ignite not just metal, but dreams. Young minds soak up new skills, building not just products, but pathways to a brighter future. From apprentices to instructors, ambition climbs the ladder of opportunity. Skills learned today become lessons shared tomorrow, a chain reaction of progress within the factory's walls. Challenges and aspirations. Not all threads in this tapestry are golden. Long hours, demanding tasks, and sometimes whispers of unfair treatment. But for many, the factory remains the bridge between poverty and a future they can now touch. The hum of the factory echoes with dreams beyond assembly lines. Doctors, teachers, entrepreneurs, the seeds of future aspirations sown in the sweat and skill of today. A balanced perspective. Can factories be catalysts for progress without casting long shadows? Can job creation coexist with fair treatment and environmental responsibility? Africa grapples with this equation, seeking a win-win in the dance of development. In their eyes, a reflection of Africa's future shaped by ambition, molded by opportunity, and ultimately, defined by the choices made today. Debt trap investigation. China's investment pours into Africa, like a glittering mirage promising prosperity. But beneath the shimmering surface, whispers of worry ripple, whispers of debt, of dependence, of a new kind of trap. Handshakes and smiles mask a silent equation. Loans fuel infrastructure, but at what cost? Can Africa's development become chained to the shackles of Chinese debt? Numbers dance on screens, each digit a weight on hope. Billion-dollar loans pile up, interest ticking like a silent clock, counting down on African futures. Crops wither under the scorching sun, mirroring the anxiety in his eyes. His land is pledged as collateral. He wonders if the harvest will yield food or debt. Angola, once a poster child of investment, now grapples with ghost towns and crippling debt. A cautionary tale etched in concrete and whispers of broken promises. In Zambia, infrastructure shines, but shadows lurk. An economist warns of hidden clauses, unfair terms, and the potential for resource exploitation, not just development. Villagers near Chinese mines voice their fears, stories of displacement and environmental degradation woven into their words. Is progress paving the way for a new colonialism, masked in financial terms? From parliament floors, dissenting voices rise. They question the transparency of deals, urge caution against over-reliance on China, and call for responsible borrowing, not financial shackles. Economists acknowledge the risks, but argue that debt can be managed responsibly, emphasizing the need for transparency, good governance, and diversifying partnerships. Examples of African countries renegotiating loans, securing debt forgiveness, and using investment strategically offer glimmers of hope, proving that debt can be navigated, not just a dead end. Africa's future dances on a tightrope, balanced between ambition and risk. We must ask, is China's investment a lifeline or a trap? The answer lies not just in numbers, but in the choices made today, by African leaders, by investors, and by all of us who watch this continent rise. Environmental impact. Where lush canopies once whispered secrets, bulldozers roar, carving scars into the earth. China's investment, a double-edged sword, brings progress but leaves behind a trail of environmental shadows. The river of life, once a songster, now lies silent, choked by dust from a distant mine. Can progress flourish while nature withers? Beneath the glittering promise of minerals lies a story of displacement. Forests fall, communities shift, and their ancestral lands are traded for fleeting prosperity. Once teeming with life, the waters now mirror the despair in his eyes. Industrial waste taints the bounty, a silent poison seeping into the heart of Africa's ecosystems. Their home, a tapestry of memories, bulldozed to make way for a gleaming highway. Progress marches on, leaving behind whispers of loss and questions of fairness. Ancestral spirits weep as bulldozers topple their temple of trees. Development's cold wind blows away centuries of tradition, leaving a hollow ache in the heart of the community. A young woman speaks, her voice echoing the cries of many. She demands transparency, environmental protection, and a say in the decisions that alter their land and their lives. The village chief surveys the barren land, once fertile fields, now yielding dust and despair. He questions the long-term cost of progress, urging responsible development that embraces, not exploits, nature. An environmentalist acknowledges the need for infrastructure but emphasizes sustainable practices, resource reforestation, and community involvement for a win-win solution. Showcase examples of Chinese companies partnering with communities to mitigate environmental impact, plant trees, and protect ecosystems, offering glimmers of hope for a responsible future. Africa's future stands at a crossroads where development meets preservation. Can we pave progress without scarring the earth? We must hold hands, African and investor alike, to ensure that development dances with nature, not crush it. Beyond the headlines and statistics lies a web of complexity. We turn to the minds shaping Africa's destiny, economists, analysts, and leaders to untangle the threads of potential and pitfalls in China's investment. Can Africa dance with the dragon? Experts weigh in, dissecting the economic promises, the political implications, and the delicate balance needed for a win-win partnership. Potential and opportunities. A surge of infrastructure, access to new markets, and potential skills development. An economist paints a bright picture of potential, emphasizing the ability to leverage China's investment for accelerated growth. He built his business on the back of Chinese investment, his story a testament to the opportunities that can blossom from this newfound partnership. Pitfalls and risks. Debt traps, resource exploitation, and potential political influence. A seasoned analyst raises caution flags, urging African nations to tread carefully, negotiate fiercely, and prioritize their long-term interests. A local leader voices the concerns of his people, highlighting the social and environmental costs of rapid development and calling for responsible investment that respects communities and ecosystems. Navigating the path. A lively debate unfolds, exploring strategies for maximizing benefits while mitigating risks. Transparency, good governance, diversification of partnerships, and community engagement emerge as key pillars for navigating this complex terrain. He offers a message of wisdom, urging caution, strategic partnerships, and a focus on building self-reliance, ensuring Africa's future is shaped by its own hands, not just external investment. Africa's future stands at a crossroads where opportunity meets risk. We, the global community, must engage in responsible dialogue, demand transparency, and support African nations in navigating this complex dance with the dragon. The choices we make today, as investors, consumers, and global citizens, will shape the narrative of China's involvement in Africa. Let us choose wisely, with a balance of ambition and responsibility, ensuring that progress paves the way for a future that benefits all. Focusing on African agency, China's presence casts a long shadow, but across the continent, a different narrative emerges. African nations are rising, not just as recipients of investment, but as architects of their destiny, shaping partnerships with China on their terms. Beyond headlines of dependence lies a story of agency. We explore how African countries are negotiating, strategizing, and setting their priorities, ensuring China's investment serves their development goals, not dictates them. Case studies of successful partnerships. Ethiopia, once synonymous with aid, now showcases bustling factories built with Chinese investment, but in Ethiopian terms, prioritizing job creation and skills development. Kenyan ingenuity meets Chinese finance, resulting in affordable clean energy, illuminating villages, and showcasing how partnerships can address local needs and fuel sustainable development. negotiation strategies, and leverage. He reveals the art of the deal, the careful balancing act of attracting investment while protecting national interests. His words echo across boardrooms, a testament to Africa's growing negotiating prowess. From oil in Angola to minerals in Zambia, African nations leverage their resource wealth, bargaining for infrastructure, technology transfer, and a larger share of the pie, rewriting the narrative of resource exploitation, diversifying partnerships, and avoiding dependence. Beyond the dragon's shadow lies a constellation of opportunities. African nations spread their wings, forging partnerships with Europe, the US, and within the continent, ensuring balanced investment and avoiding over-reliance on any single source. African nations join hands, pooling resources and building regional infrastructure, from railways to power grids, demonstrating their commitment to self-reliance and collective development. A future of empowerment. Africa's future is not solely shaped by external investment. Meet the innovators, the builders, and the dreamers who are driving their destinies, proving that progress and prosperity can bloom from African soil. In boardrooms and parliaments, the seeds of a new future are sown. African nations, united in purpose, are writing their own development story, a testament to their agency and their determination to chart their course. In the dance of development, China's shadow stretches across Africa, igniting a chorus of whispers, whispers of hope, whispers of concern. Beyond the headlines lies a nuanced tango, a delicate balance of opportunity and challenge, progress and peril. The story of China's investment isn't etched in black and white, but in a tapestry of vibrant threads, each woven with both promise and risk. Let's untangle this tapestry, thread by thread, to understand the complex symphony playing out across the continent. Opportunities and benefits. Infrastructure blossoms, factories hum, and jobs sprout like seedlings in fertile ground. China's investment fuels a wave of progress, offering access to markets, skills, and a chance to leapfrog into a brighter future. Her business blooms alongside the gleaming stalls, a testament to the economic opportunities that can blossom from this partnership. Challenges and risks. But shadows dance alongside the light. Debt burdens loom, ecosystems groan, and whispers of exploitation rise from vulnerable communities. Can progress pave the way without leaving scars on the land and lives of its people? He paints a grim picture of deforestation and pollution, urging for responsible development that embraces, not exploits, the natural world. Avoiding simplistic narratives, economists and analysts caution against hasty judgments. They emphasize the need for nuanced analysis, considering historical context, diverse national experiences, and the interplay of internal factors with external investment. Africa is not a monolith. Each nation dances to its rhythm, negotiating terms, setting priorities, and navigating the complexities of this partnership with varying degrees of success and vulnerability. A call for responsibility and shared progress. The future of China's involvement in Africa rests not just in the hands of investors, but in the hands of African leaders, communities, and the global audience. We must demand transparency, advocate for responsible practices, and ensure that this dance yields mutual benefit, not exploitation. The dreams of generations rest on this delicate balance. Let us ensure that the future of Africa is painted not just with the ink of investment, but with the vibrant colors of opportunity, sustainability, and shared prosperity. This is not the end of the story. This is a call to action, a catalyst for curiosity. Dig deeper, question the headlines, and explore the nuances beyond the sound bites. Africa's future is not a pre-written script. It's a blank page waiting for your critical engagement. Beyond the glittering facades and whispered concerns lies a labyrinth of complexities. Are you the explorer who dares to venture in, to unravel the threads of truth and forge an informed opinion? This story invites you to think, not just watch. Questioning assumptions. Don't let the labels dictate your understanding. Is China's investment a lifeline or a trap? Is Africa simply a recipient or an active player? Challenge these binary narratives, see the shades of gray, and form your conclusions based on evidence, not assumptions. Look beyond the surface statistics. Scratch beneath the gleaming roads and booming factories. Ask who benefits, who bears the cost, and how can this dance of development be made truly equitable and sustainable. Demanding responsible practices. Silence is not consent. Demand transparency from investors, accountability from governments, and active participation from communities. Your voice matters, and your engagement shapes the future. Don't be a spectator, be a catalyst for change. This is not a story for passive consumption. It's a call to action. Advocate for responsible investment practices, environmental protection, fair labor standards, and the right of African nations to chart their course. Empowering action. Invest your curiosity, your critical thinking, and your voice. Support investigative journalism, empower local communities, and hold decision makers accountable. Every action, however small, ripples across the web of this complex narrative. This story is not over. It's just beginning. Write your chapter, contribute to the global conversation, and be the change you want to see in the world. Africa's future awaits your informed engagement. Africa's future is not a pre-written script. It's a blank canvas awaiting the vibrant strokes of collaboration, responsibility, and shared aspirations. Will China's investment become a bridge to progress or a chain around Africa's future? The answer lies not in statistics, but in the choices we make today. Africa's destiny dances to its rhythm, not to the whispers of external narratives. This is a story with African voices, African minds, and an African future waiting to be built. Remember, we're all part of this journey together. Let's keep exploring, learning, and growing. Until next time, stay curious and keep spreading those positive vibes. Thanks for joining in. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment, and hit subscribe to stay tuned for more exciting content coming your way.